what if you could sell your product with ease? What if there was a way that you can do it all without having to go crazy and post loads of selfies and become the next Lamborghini driving influencer doing videos in their car? What if there's a way that you can serve people today and you don't need to go outside of your integrity or become a completely different mutated version of yourself, where you look back in a number of years and you go, oh my goodness, was that really me? I can't believe that I showed up that way. But what if you could sell your product with ease? What if there's a way that you can serve people today in order for you to succeed?
Oh.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Pete here, and in this video I'm going to share with you why you do not need to become an influencer to sell your product with ease, and if anything, trying to become an influencer might be having a negative impact on your brand and also how you sell your product. So bear with me in this video because it might be counterintuitive to pretty much everything that's out there at the moment, the noise of information that's in this whole crazy influencer era that we are now living in. And I will say this right now, that I've been there. I've tried my best to put myself out there and become the next James Bond or the next Grant Cardone of sales. And over the years of doing that, I realized that, hold on a second, this isn't actually me. I want to connect with you, I want to help you, but it's not necessarily about me being this influencer. It's much more about you. Oh, hold on, I'll tell you that in a minute. So as we get into this whole topic, think about this in a logical fashion, right? What is it that you're trying to actually achieve by selling your product or service? Well, you're looking to solve a problem for your client, and that is business. In the most foundational 101 ABC term, it's identifying a problem, an unsolved problem, potentially in the marketplace, and seeing that you have a way that you can help people to find a solution. And whether you do that on a B2C level, so business to consumer, or whether you do that B2B level, so business to business, maybe you work with big corporations, at the end of the day, the most important thing is that you can drive a result for your client. Now, there's loads of ways and routes in order to do that, and most definitely, it's not about just going out there and selling your product and hoping that people will buy. The one thing that we do have in today's marketplace is a power shift. The power has moved from the seller to the buyer. So basically what that means is that your potential clients have choice. And if you're number 7 or number 25 or number 357 on the list of best people in your industry, then the chances are you're never going to be able to sell your product or service to the level that you want. But what if you could sell your product with ease? What if there was a way that you can do it all without having to go crazy and post loads of selfies and become the next Lamborghini driving influencer doing videos in their car? What if there's a way that you can serve people today and you don't need to go outside of your integrity or become a completely different mutated version of yourself, where you look back in a number of years and you go, oh my goodness, was that really me? I can't believe that I showed up that way. What we're going to do to create some clarity in this video is create 2 scenarios for your potential growth in your business. And by the way, for both of these journeys that you can take, guess what? You have some kind of product or service that can help a particular target market, which is a big thumbs up. Option number one is you decide to take this influencer route. So what you do is you say, I am the brand. I need to be out there. I need to be doing daily YouTube videos. Nothing wrong with that. I need to become this influencer and I need to do all of these things over here. That's option number one. Option number two is you identify the exact pain points of your target market. You want to get your bullseye avatar and you understand, okay, this is where they're at right now, and this is specifically where I can take them. Now, I don't mean you take them to becoming an influencer. I mean you take them to the solution. Which option do you feel is going to be more effective in connecting with your audience, and then from there being able to convert into a sale? I hope that you chose this journey over here, where you're looking at ways that you can help your clientele to really drive a result. Now, don't get me wrong, you've got to market your business. You've got to be out there doing what you need to do, but what you don't have to do is become somebody that you're not. So take a breath in. Exhale, let it all go. You do not need to sell your soul to the influencer devil in order for you to succeed. Now, I'm going to give you a very specific example. There's a question I ask people when I'm teaching sales. It's the same question that I've asked, I don't know, a bunch of times over the years, and I always seem to hit the same roadblock with people who are not achieving the results that they want. I always say that, tell me about you. They can tell me about how great they are, what they do, and how they help people, and how they built up this Instagram account, and how they're going to be launching their YouTube channel. The list goes on and on and on. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. And can you tell me specifically the problem that you solve for your clients? And they don't answer with the same conviction. What they do is they look at me and they say, well, I help people be more confident. And I'm like, okay, well, what does that mean? Or they say, well, I help people to live their best life. Best life? Well, that's so subjective. And herein lies the problem. What they end up doing is putting all this energy into peacocking. In other words, like a peacock, like it makes itself more beautiful than it really is, but it's like smoke and mirrors. That person is trying to inflate their ego to be accepted, and it becomes about them putting out to the world that they're successful. And by the way, I'm totally guilty of this in the past, like 100%. Totally guilty of putting myself out there and being like, I am the James Bond of sales. I'll get into that in just a moment. Anyways, so on this side, when you ask what is the unique way that you help someone, and they give very generic answers. Well, I've got this 12-week coaching program, or oh, well, I'm the best at doing skincare. Well, what does that actually mean? Here is a way that you can sell with ease and with confidence, and you don't need to sell your soul to the influencer devil in order to do it. Instead of building yourself up, instead of feeling that pressure that you need to become somebody that you're not, instead what you can do is you can look at this thing over here and you can say, right, I have a unique way of helping people. And then you need to ask the next questions. Is it tried? Is it tested? Is it proven? So for example, and this is a really fun question, if you had your 10 ideal clients and they are itching to work with you, they're ready, they're signing on the dotted line, and they're gonna work with you for say 12 weeks. You've got them over that period of time. If they show up and they do the work and they follow your unique mechanism, remember those words, they follow your system, step by step, and they work with you every day and they show up for those 12 weeks. Are you 100% certain that you can help them to achieve the result? Now, by the way, when it comes to the result, a lot of the time, maybe somebody will go on a journey with you and the original result that they wanted might become something completely different, but that's for another video. Bear in mind, the question I'm asking right now is that if you're great at what you do, which I'm sure you are, and you have a unique way of helping people, then can you turn that into a unique mechanism? It's got to be something that is clear and brings that result. If you are, then my challenge to you is, why don't you just go sell that? Why don't you say, hey, I've got this unique way of helping people to get from A to B. In other words, to take this problem and find a solution. It works every time, provided people follow the steps that are given. I will work with you over 12 weeks, 24 weeks, 52 weeks, however long it is. And that can be flexible based upon the depth of their problem or how ambitious they are with their solution. My point is that the thing that truly sells, especially in today's market, is having a mechanism, having a specific way that you help people. So for example, with my Ultimate Sales Academy, it's straightforward. It's a tried, tested, and proven mechanism. It's breakthrough because nobody else teaches sales, I feel, in the way that I do it over 12 weeks. From there, if people do not achieve the results within 90 days, guess what? I give them their money back. Now, there are some caveats here. They need to show up. They need to be committed to that process. But instead of me needing to go out and feel this pressure that I need to be on top of my game every day, that I need to be the best version of myself, that I need to post every single day on Instagram, that I need to keep up with my daily YouTube videos, I promise I will. The list is endless, never ending pressure to be this guy or girl that is up here, and the ego never stops. It will never be enough, because you know what's going to happen? You might get to that point where you buy that dream car, and there's nothing wrong. I'm a car person, love cars. You start using that car for your marketing, and then the rabbit hole goes deeper, right? Because then you're like, oh my goodness, well, I need a Rolex, and you can't afford a real Rolex, so you buy a fake Rolex. The list goes on and on. You will never feel good enough when you're in this space. And I'll say it as it is, you can challenge me in the comments if you want. The only influencers who truly make money are those ones that are world famous. Yeah, in sales, it'd be the Grant Cardones, the Jordan Belfords, those guys. And I'm done trying to be those guys. Yeah, trying to be the next Grant Cardone. It's exhausting. And I could chuck hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars over the next 5 years, 10 years into becoming the next Grant Cardone. But the main problem is that that category is already taken. You've already got influencers in that space. So think about the space that you want to work in. The chances are there are already people in that space doing it. So rather than trying to compete with them, just create your own category and say, well, I've got a unique mechanism, a unique way that I help people. And instead of you having to constantly build yourself up, instead what you do is you focus on selling your unique mechanism. And it's amazing, because then what you can do, you can systemize it, you can become clear in your message, you become clear then in your marketing, you get to have a tried, tested and proven mechanism. Because every single person that goes through your process, when they drive the result, then you interview them, you say, how'd it go? And they're like, amazing. Instead of following this influencer era, why not just take this route where you can look in detail of the unique way that you or your business helps people go from A to B, and then build everything around this. You can still do your daily YouTube videos, you can still have your Instagram account, you can still do your stories, and I definitely recommend you still market, and maybe your face of the business is still a huge part of it. But what you want to do, and I'm saying this with kindness, is think beyond just becoming this influencer and step into the space where you truly help people. That's my video. It might draw some controversy, but I'm pleased that I did it, and I've got more videos like this on the way. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.